Hello, stunning people. My name is Beane, and welcome to the Salt Lick Sessions. You can find today's artist under the dictionary entry from multifaceted. He writes, he sings, he produces, and he does it all in an incredibly unique and stunning way. I can't wait for you to hear him. This is BÆRD. Well, hello, Isaiah BÆRD.
Hello, Beane.
And thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure to be here.
To be here, physically.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I'm somewhere.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I told them to come in too, but they wanted to stay outside. Yeah. So I'm gonna settle for the physical manifestation of Isaiah BÆRD.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we'll see what we can get.
We'll see what we can get.
out
It'll
of it.
come later.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You have been busy.
I have been busy.
You keep yourself busy.
I do.
You historically have.
This history is continuing.
Yes.
Forward.
Yes. I know. I think that as long as I've known you, anytime I've asked what you're up to, you kind of pull out a CVS receipt of just.
You know, it might be something that I need to do. I've been trying to work on not working as much.
Okay, tell me about this journey.
It's not going well. That's probably about the journey. I would say that my worth is less defined by my work now.
Okay.
But I would say that now I just end up filling my time when I have free time. There will be a dead 2 weeks, and I'll be a week in, and I'll get scarcity mindset about I really need to
do something.
A week of not doing anything, and I'll say yes to about 40 things, or what that's an exaggeration, but it's honestly it's all been wonderful. I love how things just kind of connect. Later on, you kind of just don't know what will happen with a thing.
Totally. And I feel like you have always had multiple avenues to express your creativity.
I definitely do.
Tell me about that.
So I do every stage of the recording or creating process, except for mastering at this point.
You're not quite a master?
No, I'm not a master. I don't have those ears. That's a level of perspective not possible by me. But so I'm a writer, and I write songs with people and for myself. I perform and do session work for people and myself. I engineer and record, and I mix for people. So all of those things, and produce often at the same time.
A rare
for
breed,
myself.
I'd say.
What?
I'd say it's a rare breed.
I would say it's overall wonderful, except for when it's terrible. But yeah, so it's that keeps me busy. There's a lot of different things that I can do, and so whatever people would like, I'll do.
Totally. So right now, what are you spending most of your time on?
At this exact moment, I'm working on my own record, which is great.
We love a BÆRD project.
I've set the deadline for the mastering engineer to deliver it to him by October 5th. It's an 11-song project. I've collected 50 different ideas for songs, and they all ended up in this 11-song situation.
Amazing.
And so that is what is happening.
And you just had a single come out?
I did.
Is that a part of the album?
That is a part of the album.
So your projects, is it all you play? Do you bring in people to play with you?
I bring in people to play, and I have had help with mixing, thank golly. But I would say it's probably 75% me. I have my friend John Blanda, who's out in LA playing keys.
Nice.
A friend of mine, Julian Pinelli, playing violin.
Beautiful.
And then, or strings really. And then Axel Coe plays drums. And Paul Papa Bear plays drums on 2 tracks.
Drums
and bass on 1 track. Yeah.
I feel like the insight that I've had into the way that your process works, which is fascinating.
Thank you.
Absolutely love everything you work on, and I've loved working with you in the past, and it's just always.
Thank you.
It always stretches my brain in a way that I really enjoy, in a healthy way, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I feel like your process is very personal. I feel like you pull a lot out of the people you work with and being in the room with them and kind of feeling that out. So how has the remoteness of it all kind of been? Has it been a challenge? Have you leaned into it?
I mean, I've kind of leaned into it. I've been lucky enough to at least be in the room for all of the things still.
Okay.
But in general, I'd say that I've gotten, the more I've been producing, the more I've certain players that you get to know, you know where you can lean based on what they do. So you're I have trust there becomes this space in a song that is an unknown, and you have this sense that somebody will fill it, and you kind of get the picture of who that person is going to be based on what element is needed in the track. So I've been confused about drums before, and I'm like, do I need this type of thing, or do I need which flavor? I've done both.
Yeah.
And still then it turns into no drums sometimes, but I don't know if that makes any sense. But
No,
it's
it does.
kind of getting outside of the actual what is being played to like who could bring their sauce
There's sauce
to this
to your pasta.
to this pasta.
Your naked pasta.
naked pasta.
Oh, God, I hate a naked pasta.
Except for when it's good.
If you had to give me an elevator pitch for Isaiah Beard, so here, come with me. We're walking. We get on the elevator together, and we turn around. So now we're facing the door.
Yeah.
Right. So then I press floor 6.
Okay.
So that's how much time you have.
Great.
So doors close.
If I'm working for you,
Floor 4.
I can do anything for your song. And it will be yours. I'll translate to the best of my ability what you want.
That is this is the engineer.
This is the
producer.
engineer producer.
Okay.
Or player, whatever.
So I want to know, you're in front of business executives in the industry.
This is artist vibes now.
This is you. This
Okay,
is you
great.
As a person saying, I am Isaiah Beard,
I'm Isaiah Beard.
and I.
That's a good question. I'm infinite.
You are infinite.
No, what would I say? I've made New Yorkers cry.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a zinger. It also kind of makes you a little scary.
I've made pretty much everybody. Almost everybody.
With your music.
Yeah.
So you started singing poetry that was pre-written.
Pre-written, and then started writing there.
Because the way that you do write lyrically in a very poetic way.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I like William Wordsworth, like romantic poetry from high school, right? What are you going to do?
Right.
It's like I have a huge reference.
Yeah. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
How do you think that, like, the beginning stages of your songwriting influence the way that you write now?
Well, I think there's definitely because I was in a place where I couldn't listen to a lot of music, I don't really reference other things. Like, I really try and stay outside of references when I'm writing. There's not, like, I wanted this style thing that's not existing, because when I was starting to write, there was literally nothing around to listen to. Or only the memory references. I couldn't, like, go and listen to a song that I really liked. And so even now, if I start to feel like I'm turning into something that I'm listening to a lot, I will stop listening to it.
Interesting. So tell me about this new project, and tell me about where Beard is headed.
So I would say right now, it's been like a balancing act between producing and performing. And right now, the goal is performing as much as possible. I would say live.
Okay.
As much as possible.
Why is
Whether
that?
it's because it feels really good to do. That's how you create infrastructure for yourself, like to be less between you and me in that way. It's like there are things that in order to make a living doing something, the best way to make a living as an artist is to play to people. That's how it happens. It's not recordings. That, and also I think that's where actual embodied, so like recording is cool. I was just because recording is where you can codify something and make like a sculpture that other people are going to experience. But it's not sharing a moment with people. It can be for a second, but then there's a bunch of cleaning you have to do and mixing and all this stuff that's like very outside and kind of disembodied.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't make you, it makes you think more about recording. The more you record, the more you think about recording. Whereas like performing makes you think more about what it means to like live your life.
Yeah.
Like you see people you see people living life and being impacted by something, and you get an actual, like, this is what this is about.
So I'm stoked for the new project.
Thank you.
I am stoked to be in your space again.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be in the presence of you.
Right? I haven't seen you in 4 years, and
Yeah.
we sat down here, we maybe talked for a minute, and now we're sitting here doing this interview, so.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that this was going to happen, and I'm also
Me neither.
like, there's a metacognitive part of me right now that's like, how are you guys going to edit this one?
There will be some editing, but I think for the most part, it's gonna be great, and I just can't wait to hear you make some more music.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Isaiah.
Of course. It's my pleasure, Beane.
No high five. Hey, stunning people, thank you for watching and supporting us artists. The #1 way you can help is to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.